Okay, guys, can you see my screen?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, perfect, guys. Good evening. As you know, my name is Maria Alejandra Alvarado, and today I'm gonna be your tutor. Just remember that this space was created in order to improve our different skills. And today we are going to be focused on writing, okay? So let's start here. We have a topic, and the topic for today is a report on a student meeting. So let's start with a little discussion. Do you have any idea what is a report? Any idea what is that? What is a report? No idea? Guys, are you here?
Yes, teacher, can be a recompilation of the ideas or information.
Absolutely, that's right. Let's see the concept here. What is a report? A report is a specific form of writing that is organized around constantly identify and examine issues, events, or findings that have happened in a physical sense, such as events that have occurred within an organization or finding from a research or investigation. So this is basically the concept of a report. So now that you know what is a report, my question for you is, have you ever written a report?
Yeah, maybe, but in Spanish.
Maybe in?
Maybe in Spanish, not in
Okay,
English. No
okay,
much.
that's perfect. And what was about? Can you tell me a little
An
bit about the
excuse.
report?
An excuse.
An excuse. Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay, yeah, so let's see here. We have some tips related with this topic. And let's see, can someone help me out with the number 1 and number 2? Any volunteer? No? Okay, I'm gonna choose a person. Don't worry. Okay, so Brigitte, guys, remember that if you are doing your observational practice, it's almost mandatory to participate. And if you are not doing your observational practice, you are here, I suppose, in order to learn. So the best way to learn is just doing, participating, talking, writing.
Teacher,
Okay.
I wanna participate.
Okay, go ahead with the number 1 and 2. Please help me out.
Okay, tips. Start with the. I'm sorry. Start with the I'm of the report and say where the information comes from. Number two, use subheadings to make the layout clear. Follow a logical structure. Uh, example, introduction, the problem or problems, give each issue separate section, two or more, I suppose, and conclusion and recommendations.
Okay, thank you. So, hi, Karen. Karen, please help me with number 3 and number 4. Can you hear me, Karen? Are you there?
Yes, I am here, teacher.
Okay.
Assume the person reading the report has asked you to write it and needs only a brief introduction to the situation. And use an impersonal or formal style.
Okay, thank you. Gina. Gina, please help me out with the number 5, number 6.
Okay, teacher. Use the passive to keep the focus of individual people. Concepts were raised about was suggested. The six is you should also use objective language for recommendations and conclusions. Will be the best the university could consider is recommended.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, as you know, here we have different tips, and there is one that caught my eyes, and this is this one. Use passive voice. So my question for you guys, do you remember this grammar? Do you know what is passive voice? How does it work? Any idea about it?
I have heard about the topic, but I don't remember right now. Maybe if I have a review, I remember.
Okay, let's do a little review. Let me share with you. And sorry, this word for my student, and my students are used to be children. So that's why you can see this cartoon. Okay, so here, passive voice. So let's see what is passive voice, because in this case, when you are writing a report, it's really important. So let's see. First of all, you have to be aware that we have active voice and we have passive voice. So in active voice, the subject is the most important thing. So the subject is the person who usually does the action. That's the passive voice. And here we have an example. John painted the house last week. As you can see, John is the subject. John is the person who did the action. What was the action? The action was painting. And here we have the house. So in this case, it's the object. So what happened with passive voice? In passive voice, it doesn't matter who did the action, who does the action, or who has been doing the action. You got it? So we don't really care. It's not important. It's not that important, I mean. So here we have an example, another example related with passive voice. So here, the object is more important than the subject. So in this case, what is the object? The object is the house. The house was painted. You can say by blah, 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 by Juan, by Andrea, by whatever, but sometimes it doesn't matter who did the action or who has been doing the action. I mean, so the most important thing here is the house. Okay, so just remember that when we are talking about passive voice, the most important thing is the object, not the subject. The subject goes in a second place. Okay, inactive voice is a positive. The subject is the most important thing. So just a friendly reminding about it. Okay, let's see an example here. So here, the cat drank the milk. Okay, so this is the cat. He did the action. What was the action? Drank. And what is the object in this case? The milk. But here, we have the milk was drunk. I don't really care who did the action. I don't care if it may be an animal, a person. The thing is that I don't have any milk here. And you can see the result. The milk was drunk. So obviously these have a structure. I don't have the rule here, but you know, in this case, you had to use the past participle verbs, you know, that we have the verbs in past and the verbs in past participle. So we have to use the verbs in past participle. That's why here the verbs change. Okay, so let's back again to the PowerPoint presentation. Let's do something before. Let me see if I can. No, let's do it at the end. No, let's do it now. Let's do it. Let's try this exercise, and then we are going to read the let's try two exercises. Yes. And you are going to help me out, okay? So let's see. Okay, so here we have a sentence and you have to choose the correct answer. So what do you think that is the correct one?
The first one.
The first one, let's see. Yeah, that's right. Okay. There's one. Okay, I really like this example. The car. In this case, this is the object, the car.
Will be washed tomorrow. Will be washed tomorrow. A.
Letter A.
Yes.
Do you guys agree with that?
Letter C. No.
I
Yes,
don't know.
Letter
Just tell me
C,
letter C or
wash
letter
it,
A.
I think it's C.
Okay, let's see.
wash it. Uh-huh. It's an
Yeah, it's
action
letter
in the
C.
future.
Yeah. Homework. This is it's a little bit tricky. A, B, or C? How do you think, guys?
Wasn't made.
Wasn't made? You sure, guys?
Wasn't done. I sure. Sorry.
Wasn't done? Are you sure, guys?
Homework hasn't
For me, it's letter.
just yesterday.
mm,
For me, it's A.
Okay, let's see something. Let's do something. You say do the homework or make the homework. That's the first
Do.
thing. Okay. Do or make?
letter C,
Do.
hasn't been
Do. Okay.
done.
I don't know. Just tell me. That was a clue, una pista. Letter A, B, C. Just say something. Choose
For,
one.
for me, it's letter C,
Okay, let's see.
hasn't been done.
No. Was the letter A.
Yes.
Fue,
Wasn't
como
done.
fue hecho. Ujú.
Okay. That was a little review. Let's back to the PowerPoint presentation because really need to move on. Okay, let's see ahead. So as I told you, this is a topic, the reading topic, a report on a student meeting, okay? So let's do this part. I need a volunteer in order to read this presentation, okay? The introduction and the issue number 1.
Introduction, me teacher.
Okay, go ahead.
Eh, Introduction. This report aims to describe problems in Oak Hall of residents and discuss possible maintenance work to solve them. The two biggest issues were discussed at a meeting on 12 May, which was attended by 165 of the 2,250 students who live in the building. Issue 1. Temperature in rooms. A number of students complained that the second floor bedrooms are too hot. Concerns were raised about lack of sleep and students finding it hard to study in their rooms. Air conditioning was suggested as a possible solution. However, there is no budget left for installing air conditioning this academic year. Also, installation can only be carried out during holidays as students cannot be present in the building while the work takes place.
Okay. That was clear for you guys? Everything is clear for you? Do you have any question? Okay, let me ask you something. In this paragraph, can you see a sentence in passive voice?
Yes.
What is the sentence?
Um, a meeting on 12 May, which was attended by
Mm-hmm.
165 the 250 students.
Mm-hmm. And there is another one.
The two biggest issues were discussed.
Exactly. The two biggest issues were discussed. So as you can see, this is passive voice. So can you give me an example if I want to try to change this sentence? This is in passive voice. Can you change it? Can someone change this in active voice? Remember that in active voice, the, the subject is the most important thing. So can you give me an example or try to change the sentence in active voice? No idea? Okay, gonna help you out. Yeah. So here, this report aims to describe problem in odd home of resident and discuss possible maintenance where to solve them. The two biggest issues were discussed at the meeting of 12 May, which was attended by 165 out of 250 students. So here, who is the subject? Who are the subject in this paragraph? Any idea? What was the subject
Students.
here? The students. Students discuss two big issues. So this is active voice, this is passive voice. So here, what is the most important thing? Well, the subject, the students. What was the action that the student did in this case? Or discuss about what? Two bigger issues. Okay, just take into the content. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Issue 2. I volunteer for this presentation, for this reading part.
Me, teacher.
Go ahead.
Issue 2, improving wheelchair access to Oak Cafe. It was noted that wheelchair users can only access Oak Cafe from the back and not on the front entrance near the lives. This makes access to the cafe difficult for wheelchair users. The university is looking to improve its wheelchair access in general by installing ramps in key areas, and work can take place during term time with no issues for staff or students.
Okay, go ahead with conclusion and recommendation.
Okay, conclusion and recommendation. Taking the factors mentioned into account, August will be the best time for the installation of air conditioning. Until then, the university could consider supplying fans to each second floor room so students can sleep and study comfortably. I don't know if the comfortably. Okay. The front of the cafe is recommended as an ideal place to install a wheelchair ramp. This work can take place immediately and should be a priority.
Okay. Any question related with this reading? This is comfortably. No question. Do you know what is a wheelchair? Any idea? Wheelchair. And sorry for the noise.
The silla de ruedas teacher is wheelchair or no?
Sorry, you didn't hear me. Guys, do you have any question? Yeah, that's right. Wheelchair is ruedas. Do you have any question related with this topic, with this part of the reading? No? Is that clear for you? Okay, let's move on. Okay, so and suppose that this is so clear for you, and you can help me out to answer this sentence. So here we have different sentences, and you're going to help me out. You're going to tell me if the sentence is true or false, okay? So let's start with the number one. I'm going to choose a person.
It's true, teacher.
It's true what?
It's false.
Okay, let's choose a person because I want to hear you
false.
reading, and then as soon as you're reading, you can tell me the answer, okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay. So who wants to participate? It was Karen?
I teacher.
Do you want to participate in this part? In the number one? With the number one.
The number one, read the first. Okay.
And yeah.
It should begin a report with your most important recommendation. I think that is false because the first part is uh, the introduction, of the idea. The recommendation can be the last part.
Yeah. Okay. Miguel. Number two.
Right, teacher. You should explain the context of the report in detail. Um, explain the context in the report detail. For me, is true, teacher.
It's true. Okay, let's see. Guys, do you consider that? Wait, hold on. Guys, you agree with the second one? You should explain the context of the report in detail. Is that true or false? You agree with Miguel?
Miguel say
True. Miguel
true.
say true.
Okay, no, I am no.
No.
No,
They are
because when we explain the context of the report in detail, it's like a summary. No?
I think equal teacher.
Okay, in this case, it's false. We can give so much detail about the contest. We shouldn't. Number 3.
It's
Stephanie.
false. Is okay, it's true, perdón.
Hold on, guys.
Okay, number 3, you should use parents. I think no.
Can be true, teacher. I remember that in the text explained that the subheadings can be used.
Sorry, guys. Number 3. I didn't hear you. It's true or false? You should use it to candy?
Can be true, teacher.
Do you know what is candy, guys? In Spanish?
Subtítulos, teacher.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, number 4. The sentence is in the right side of report. In this report, I'm going to talk about a few problems in own home of residents where we live, blah, 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 blah. That's true or false? That's correct and correct. Let's see the style. Remember at the beginning, we gave some tips.
No,
And we
teacher.
talk about passive and
False,
active
teacher.
verbs.
It's false.
False.
False. Why?
Because in this sentence, already speaking the first person.
Yeah. Number 5. This sentence has the right tone for a report. I think air conditioning is the best solution for me and my friends. What do you think?
No, it's false.
False, teacher.
Because this, I don't remember. It's in no personal and subjective.
Yeah. So yeah, you're hearing are talking in first person. Yeah, that's right. Number 6. It should be kind of personal. Okay. Number 6. This sentence has the right tone for a report. Some buildings work is needed at on call.
It's true.
It's true. Very good, guys. Okay, so here you are going to help me out to put the sentence in the correct you know, the correct box. So here we have two boxes, impersonal adjective and personal subjective. So personal, remember, is when you are talking about you. You usually see the personal pronouns, you know? And impersonal is kind of when you use passive voice. Do you know what I mean? Or it's not clear for you? Or it's clear for you?
It's clear.
Okay, thank you guys.
It's clear.
So, so
It's
let's
like
see.
in the personal size, it's just like see
Mhm.
if the sentence at I or in the first person.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. You usually see the subject. Remember that the subject is a person who does the action, did the action, will do the action, you know. So here, let's see the first one. A number of people complained that blah 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 blah. I suggest a solution, blah blah blah. So in this case, this one. In the first board or in the second?
Can be impersonal.
Hold on here because here we have to, sorry. Answer yes up, hold on.
Okay.
So yeah, it's yeah.
The
Let me
first is imper-
So the first is impersonal objective.
okay.
The two is personal.
Yeah. I suggest a solution. Yeah.
The third two personal subjective.
And here we have two here. Oh, here my housemate and I think that's personal or impersonal.
Personal.
Unpersonal. Oh,
That's personal.
and I
Concern
think,
were right
personal. And I think
in this case.
Impersonal objective.
personal.
Impersonal?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we have two. Maya mentioned
Impersonal objective.
impersonal.
Mm,
Maya.
impersonal, that is in third person.
Let's clarify something, guys. Keep in mind, when it's personal, it's when you see a subject, a personal pronoun.
is personal.
Yeah, very good. A range of solutions were suggested.
Impersonal.
It will be better to avoid major buildings.
Impersonal.
Yeah. Work during term time. Oh, hold on.
Impersonal.
This is the part, sorry, this part is part of this sentence. Sorry for that. It will be better to avoid major breathing work during the term time. Sorry. Okay, so here. And this is it here. We have another mistake here. We don't think it is good idea to do the work. Here is the same sentence. Sorry for that. So here.
Personal.
Personal.
Yeah, that's personal. Okay, guys, very good. So, okay, let's try to write a short report. I know I'm aware that it's quite late, but let's try to do just, the introduction. In here, we have only an issue. In this case, we have many issues, different issues. So here we have only one issue, and the issue is noise. Write a report on a neighbor meeting. Okay, so let's suppose that you live in a neighborhood and your neighbors are really noisy. Hagan de cuenta que viene un barrio y son bastante escandalosos, se reunieron, así como en este caso, y ustedes van a hacer un reporte escrito, un informe acerca de este problema. This is the problem, this is the issue, noise. Okay, so let's try to do just the introduction of this part because I know that it's quite late and maybe we don't have time. So let's try to do the introduction, just make it out. Inventen un problema en su barrio de bulla y escriban acerca como que el reporte. So here we have, I'm gonna set in the example in order to do, the introduction part. Okay, so let's try to do. Gonna give you 4 minutes. 4 minutes in order to write just the introduction about this report. A report on a neighbor's meeting. What's the problem? Noise. So here we have the introduction, and you are going to try to write down an introduction with the similar characteristic. Okay? As soon as you finish, just send it into the chat. Karen, do you work in teleperformance?
No, it was an example.
Ah, okay, got it. Okay, Gina, this report aims to describe the problem that occurred. Okay, I think that is very here. Has been impossible. Okay, occur in imaginary neighborhood. The neighborhood cause great disorder to the celebration of the match. Soccer match. Which in Colombia, Bolivia. This problem was dealt with by the police. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Gina, for your participation. And I really apologize for, I started a little bit late, because I have some problems here. But thank you for your time. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you again. So please, as soon as you're finished, just send your email, your full name, your email, and the English course that you are taking right now, in order to put it into the attendance. So that's it for today, guys. So see ya in the next time. Bye.
Okay, goodbye, teacher.